Hi guys, I'm back with another video. This time, this is for the collective. It is layout number 4, and I am throwing in a bit of a cheat, but not really. The reason I say this is because I'm only using one paper from the Pink Fresh Studio warehouse box, and it's from the BU collection. It's called Beautiful, and I'm actually going to use this side. I really like the navy and the ferns or leaves, whatever it is that this has on this side, but I am going to use it for this side today, and it is this. It's got like kind of a quilted pattern. I don't know if you can see it against all that white now, and it's got dots in the intersecting little tiny dotted lines, so it kind of looks quilted, I guess, with big navy blue dots. This is what I'm using as far as paper from the Pink Fresh Studio collection goes. I am also going to try and use these embellishments. These are epoxy badges, they're called. These are enamel dots, and then maybe a stitched frame. I'm not great with stitched frames, but I got a little bit of an inspiration from this May 2019 12 by 12 page here. That is from the Page Maps 2019 sketches, and I'm using this as inspiration. Now, this is not gonna be a 2 photo layout. This is actually a 3 photos. I'm doing it on a single page, and I'm hoping that I can take some inspiration from that sketch to do a layout of my little monkey. And he is at his favorite donut shop ever. Here in the Springs, it's called Amy's Donuts. And so he always picks out a kolache and a donut and orange juice, and his favorite donut is the over the rainbow donut, and usually it has a little rainbow piece of candy right on top of it, like that, like arching, but he already ate that. So aside from all these Pink Fresh Studio elements, I also thought at first, I thought I was going to be able to pull these 3 in, but then I decided to use some more paper because the sketch calls for it, and I decided to pull out this Good Eats paper pad from DCWV. It is from 2017, and I'm not sure if you can find this at Joann's anymore. I haven't been to Joann's or Michael's in a while. I don't even know if they carry them. So I got a bit of the papers, and I also pulled in some washi tape, and I figured the colors would go lovely either, with this. I like this enamel dot, and if I decide to use these epoxy badges, then I can use them with if this color comes in. If not, I did bring in some other things that came from this paper pad and some that didn't, like this journaling card, for example. These 2 flares are from my mini kit Monday kit, and if I decide to use them, then that's great. If not, then that's fine too. Like I said, I did bring in these 3 gold foiled wood clips from Indigo Hills. This is from my friend Megan, is the one that sent me some, and then I pulled out, I had gone through the paper pad from the Good Eat, and I found these 3 papers. This paper pack is double-sided. It shows you the different patterns of papers there, and so you can see this one has the egg, which I won't be using, but I do like this blue. This one has pizza, but I'm using it for the yellow diagonal, and this is an orange that I kind of want to pair up with my son's sweater, and also the logo for Amy's Donuts is in pink and orange. And so I decided to bring some of this, and the other side of this is bacon strips. So I'm not going to use the bacon strips or the eggs or the pizza, but I do want these for the 3 strips of color that it's going to call for. And I did have these scratch pieces of paper that came in. This is the side, and this is the other side to this donut paper, which I thought was really cute. So hopefully I can use these elements. I don't know how much of it I'll use, but I did pull out whatever, tickled my fancy as I went through the paper pad and my things in my kit. And so I found these die cut pieces. I believe the die cut pieces did come from this paper pack. It didn't. So where I got these from was another Die Cuts with the View paper pad that had die cuts, and that's all it had. So that's where these came in from. And then this is a journaling card. I don't know if I'll use it. But I just realized that there's this side, and that might be cute too. This says it has a UV gloss on the paper, so that's the treatment that this paper pad has. So anyway, a few couple things. I did find these stickers. I did remember that I had these donuts, so I might pick these in if I decide to. And I did want to use another orange element. I'm thinking about going with this color wash sticker set that came from Pink Paisley, and I purchased that Tuesday morning, and it's also part of my mini kit Monday kit. I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and see what I come up with. Okay, so here you see me backing up my photos to the back side of one of the patterned papers from the mini kit Monday, June 2019 kit. I do end up making a big block of it, and I use these, I think they're, I don't even know what they're called, but they help you create the edges with the rulers, and they're from We Are Memory Keepers. I'm slowly, I find myself that the more I use them, the better I get at using them. So I have really ended up liking them, especially for that 1/8 of an inch border. I don't think I could do it straight on the Fiskars cutting trimmer or by hand, by eyeballing it, even if I thought I wanted to. I did want to use that orange washi for a second, but I ended up layering this washi that's thinner, and I taped it down with strong double-sided adhesive terrible tape, and I forgot about that, and I had to lift it up again to put the pattern pieces under the washi. I did use the edge punch from EK Success. It's like a double scalloped or a mini scallop. I can't recall what it was, but it's a tiny scallop with a little hole in it, and I think that gave it a good look to it. The scallop in the sketch goes with the scallops down, but I put them up forward since I was going to butt up the picture closest to the washi tape, and I didn't want this sort of weird gap between them. Here I had already cut down the layers and taped down the pieces of patterned paper, and I'm using this baker's twine to group it all together. It is part of the sketch, so I didn't have to think about the design concept too much, and it was a lot of fun to do. It did take me about an hour of footage, and here I'm trying to place that yummy because there's somebody's behind right there, and it's like in close proximity in the picture with my son, and I felt like that was going to be a distraction, and so I was trying to cover up with that yummy, but I do have another piece of die cut right there that says yum. And I do love that donut truck. Oh my goodness. I couldn't figure out a way to cover the whole person with just the yum, so I added a donut, which was perfect because the sketch calls for a concept, a decoration up on the top right hand corner. I did use the pink paisley chipboard sticker alphas, and they have an orange element to it, and it says do not ask me, or donut ask me to share. And I used one of the letter I's and cut it so to make it look like an exclamation point. At one point I was going to use some of the ephemera with the larger donuts. I just didn't think it went to scale, or I didn't want it to overcrowd the alphas themselves, and so these dimensional ones from Mambi were a perfect fit. You see me here trying to stick down the donut and the enamel dots that I have used from Pink Fresh Studio, so from the collection box. So the enamel dots and the frame and the epoxy badges, as they call them, were the ones that I used, and the pattern paper, excuse me, were all from the warehouse box that I used for Pink Fresh Studio this time around. And so it was kind of a cheat type of layout, but I really liked the end result. I used the dimensional foam to raise up some of those enamel badges, and I do end up using, here you can see a close-up of the scallop punch, and on the top left-hand corner, I felt like it was too bare, and so I went back and I added some stickers from the Vicky Bouton sticker book, and I layered them. I layered the You Betcha, I think it says, on the pink sticker with the gold foiling. I thought it was a good ad because on the frame itself it has gold foiling. It does say You Betcha. And then the other one has like a little frame with a little space for the date on it. And I do point out that I use the frame, and I want to use journaling strips inside the frame for my journaling, for my story. It's just about how he loves to go to that donut store, and he always picks this donut. So don't forget to check out the other ladies that are also participating in the collective, Shannon and Dollie and Kathy and Tracy. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!